Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Document Understanding series powered by AI Accelerator podcast. Today we have brought to you a brand new episode on using modern experience in DU. In the previous episodes we spoke about what document understanding is and we also went through the DU classic experience. In case you've missed them, I've put the links in the caption. Please go watch them. In today's episode, however, we'll explore the process of creating and setting up a modern project in UiPath Automation Cloud and using the same in Studio. Our today's guest, Nishi Singh, brings extensive experience in the field and will help us navigate through the intricacies of implementing modern document understanding. So, without further delay, let's dive into the discussion. Hi, Nishi, welcome to the podcast.
Thanks, Lasaga. Happy to deep dive into document understanding modern projects.
Well, the pleasure is mine. Thank you. So, to kick things off, Nishi, can you explain how to get started with Modern DU project?
When it comes to creating modern DO projects, it is divided into two parts. The first part involves creating and deploying your ML model in Automation Cloud, and then the next step involves utilizing the deployed ML model on Automation Cloud in your Studio project.
Okay, that sounds like a comprehensive process. Let's break down the first part, the automation cloud side. Can you walk me through those specific steps we need to set up a project on cloud?
Sure. So, I will share my screen and let me know once it is visible.
Sure.
The first step that you need to do is that you need to go to UiPath Automation Cloud. Once you have gone to the UiPath Automation Cloud, then you need to select the Document Understanding Service, and once you will click on Document Understanding Service, then you will get an option to create project. So you need to hit on Create Project and give a name to it. Let's say if I give it a name, Invoice Extraction, and you will get two options. One is classic and the modern, so we need to go with the modern one, and then you will also get an option to select the OCR.
Okay, so OCRs, which is optical character recognition, right? So for our listeners who are not familiar with this term, it's a technology that converts images of text to actual readable text. So Nishi, what are the different OCR options we have available for modern DU?
So we have UiPath document OCR, which is the default OCR available. Along with that, we have the Microsoft OCR also, and we have the OCRs for different languages as well, which we can use.
That's fascinating, and it's really a wide variety we have here. So after setting up the OCRs, what's the next step?
So the next step is that you need to hit on create. Once you will hit on create, then the project will open up and you will get four different tabs, which is build, measure, publish and monitor. And then the first step is that you need to add the document type into the project. Okay. So in the document type, you will get two options. One is that there are certain document types which are trained on certain documents, certain predefined formats. Okay. So like we have the accord form, we have like 1040 documents, or we have invoices, we have like purchase order. So the documents are already trained on it. Okay. And you can train your document, your specific document on top of it. Along with that, let's say if you are dealing with a certain document which is not predefined, the format is not already trained, then in that case you can go with the custom document type.
So I love the flexibility aspect here. It sounds like UiPath really understands that different businesses have different needs when it comes to document types. So what happens once you have defined a document type?
So once you define the document type, then the next thing that you need to do is that you need to give a name to it. Once you have given the name, you need to hit on add, and then the document type will get added. Then the next step is that you need to upload certain number of documents for it. Okay. Once you will upload the document, let me give you a deep dive of an existing project. Okay. So once you upload the document, your document will get loaded. Yeah. So after adding the documents, there are two possible scenarios. One, when you are dealing with a custom document type, and one when you are dealing with a predefined format. So in case of predefined documents, what you need to do is that depending on your requirement, you can remove the existing field if you do not need it, or if you want to add a new field, you can add that as well, or you can train your ML model on it. Okay. Let's say if you're dealing with a custom document type, then in that case you need to open up your document,
Okay.
and then you need to hit on annotate. Once you will hit on annotate, then you will get an option to add the fields. So you can go ahead and you can add the fields, whatever the field that you want to add, and you need to define the content type of it, whether it's going to be a string or a number or a date or phone.
Okay, so there's a lot of customization available here. And now I imagine this is where the real work begins, right? Actually training the system. So how does that work?
So the next step is, once you have defined your fields, then the next thing that you need to do is that you need to rubber band your data. Okay, so let's say here I can show you an example. So let's say here I want to extract the form number out of it. So I just need to rubber band this data, and every field has a short form associated with it. So if I want to mark it as form number, then the short form for this one is U. So I just need to click on U, and you will see that the data will get added over here. Once you add the sufficient number of documents to it, and once you label the sufficient number of documents, then you will see that there is an activity indicator that will start popping up at the top, and it will show that the training is in progress.
Okay, so that's automatic training here, and that's very impressive, to be honest. And no manual intervention is needed in this part, right?
That is true. So once the training initiates, there is no manual intervention required other than labeling the documents.
Okay, that's very impressive. Now, how do you actually deploy this project?
So when it comes to deploying the project, the first thing that you need to do is that you need to check your project score, which will tell you the performance of your model, whether it's like whether it's a bad or a good, very good or excellent. Okay, based on this score, if you have decided that you have trained the enough number of documents and you think that your model will give you the accurate results, then you can go ahead and you can publish the document. Okay, so when it comes to publishing the document, the first thing that you need to do is that you need to create a project version for it. So you need to provide a name to it, you need to give a description for it, and you need to add all the document types that you want to add as part of this model. Okay, and then you need to hit on create. Once you will hit on create, the project version will get added.
Okay, Nishi, that's very thorough. Now I understand you mentioned the utilization of ML model as well. And for our listeners who are thinking about implementation, could you explain how we take this model and utilize in Studio?
So when it comes to utilizing the ML model, what you need to do is that you need to go to the extraction stage.
Okay.
Okay, so let me navigate to this stage, which is this one. Once you go to the extraction stage, in case of modern document understanding project, the extractor that you need to use is the document understanding project extractor. Here you need to provide your project name and the version if it is under the same tenant. If it is under a different tenant, then you will have to create an app for it, and you will have to provide the app ID, secret, and tenant URL for it.
Okay, and this is specific to modern DU projects only. We cannot utilize this in classic.
True, that is true. This extractor you need to use when you are dealing with a modern document understanding project.
Okay. So for our listeners who are not very familiar with the document understanding framework, do not worry. We have the components of DU being covered in the upcoming episodes. So stay tuned. And Nishi, it was also very comprehensive workflow. And I know many of our listeners are working with existing classic projects because that's been there around for a long time. But when they hear about a modern project, what are the real advantages of choosing modern DU projects and shifting from classic to modern?
Okay, so There are certain advantages that you will get with the modern DU project. Like the first thing is that the auto training. Like as soon as you add the documents, you do not need to initiate the training. The training will get initiated on its own. Unlike classic project where you need to label the documents, create the pipeline, run the pipeline, and then wait for the pipeline training completion. And once the training has been completed, you can publish the ML skill. So that is something which is a great feature that we get in case of modern projects. So there are certain advantages that you will get if you are dealing with a modern project. The first thing is that the auto training. So you do not need to initiate the training. As soon as you add the enough number of documents and if you label the documents, then the training will get initiated on its own. That is the first advantage that you will get, unlike classic project where you need to label the documents, run the pipeline, wait for the training completion for the pipeline run, and then once the training got completed, then you need to update your ML skills. So all these steps can be skipped over here. That is the first advantage that you will get. The another significant advantage is that there is no AI unit consumption to keep the model up and running. So unlike a classic project, modern project does not utilize any AI units to keep the model up and running. That is another advantage that you will get.
Okay, Nishi, so they are very remarkable and very compelling advantages we have in modern DU, especially the reduction of AI units consumption. It's going to be a huge cost savior, right?
That's
Okay, Nishi. Now coming to the limitations part, as we know, nothing is perfect, and I'm assuming that modern DU might also be having some limitations. So if there are any, what are they?
There is only one limitation that I can think of, is that in case of modern projects you cannot utilize the auto fine tuning loop, but I do see it as a blessing in disguise. The reason for that is, like, let's say if you are going with the auto fine tuning loop and the users are labeling the documents in the action center, there are chances that they are dealing with a document which may have the data missing, or there are chances that they may label the data incorrectly. So there are chances that your model will get trained on those sort of data, and it may give you like inaccurate results. Okay, or your model may become biased. So if you're not using the auto fine tuning loop, like, I see it more of as an advantage instead of disadvantage.
Sometimes what looks like a limitation is actually a feature that prevents bigger problems down the road, right?
That is true. So it's helping you in maintaining the your model integrity instead of acting as a drawback, or instead of acting as a limitations.
This has been incredibly insightful. Thank you, Nishi. And before we wrap up, let me ask, for someone who has just started their document understanding journey, would you recommend they begin with modern projects or classic?
I would say definitely go with the modern project. There are multiple reasons for it. There are certain advantages that we are getting when we are going with the modern project, and that reduces your maintenance cost a bit. The next thing is that the out of the box model in classic projects, they are going to get deprecated. So definitely we should go with the modern project if we are trying to extract any data out of the document, and planning to go with the document understanding.
Okay, Nishi, that's a perfect advice. Thank you so much. And today's episode has been really insightful. Thanks for all the knowledge that you have shared. I believe that people will find it very helpful and knowledgeable. Thank you so much for being on this episode.
It was great, please. Thank you.